The president just delivered his State of the Union, touting economic wins and policy victories. But the real state of his presidency isn't in that speech. It's in the Republican lawmakers quietly quitting mid-term. They are handing back their keys before the 2026 fight even begins. This is World Tide News, where we navigate the powerful currents shaping our world. Tonight, we focus on the math of the midterms. In a town where optics are everything, the most telling image wasn't the president at the podium, it's the empty offices left behind by his own party. We're breaking down how a presidency becomes a lame duck with 9 months still on the clock. 9 months is not far, and for this White House, time is already working against it. Lawmakers are stepping aside, voters are pulling away, and the warning signs of a lame duck presidency are appearing earlier than anyone expected. And the most important signals are already visible. Not in campaign slogans, not in polling averages, but in behavior. Because when power feels secure, people stay. When it feels uncertain, they leave. Across Congress, Republican lawmakers are stepping aside. Some are resigning mid-term. Others are choosing not to seek re-election. Experienced politicians do not walk away from safe power. They walk away when the ground beneath them shifts. That shift is being felt among voters. The national mood is not neutral. It is moving. And right now, it is moving away from the Republican Party. Not because of ideology alone, but because of credibility. Republicans continue to argue that the economy is not just strong, but exceptional. An A+ economy, an A++, even an A+++. But voters are not grading spreadsheets, they are grading their lives.
Growing faster than Europe or Japan. Unemployment is a low 4%. American companies dominate the most important industries. By the way, the so-called Magnificent Seven, big tech companies, they are worth more than the stock markets of Britain, Canada, Germany, and Japan combined. That is success. The influential Economist magazine has this headline: America's glorious economy should help Kamala Harris. Glorious is a strong word. So why are so many voters convinced that the economy is anything but glorious? Poll after poll shows them unhappy with their own financial position. Why is that? The answer's obvious to anyone connected to reality. Everything costs more. Everything. Insurance, dry cleaning, the dentist, the doctor, drugs, cereal, bread. Buy just about anything, and you see it costs more. Have you noticed at the supermarket checkout line, people taking stuff out of their basket because they can't afford it? Their money doesn't stretch that far. Okay, it's true that the rate of price increases is slowing, but we're still stuck with the high prices left over from the inflation surge. Prices are not coming down. Seniors on a fixed income, they don't care about economic growth. Low-income people don't care about the Magnificent Seven. They care about Donald Trump's opening line at Madison Square Garden Sunday night. Are you better off now than 4 years ago?
And the numbers do not match the experience. Rent is still unaffordable. Groceries remain elevated. Debt is expanding, not shrinking. When voters are told this is economic success, they do not feel reassured. They feel dismissed. And dismissal breeds backlash. This rejection is visible. Polling shows skepticism hardening, not softening. Swing voters are less persuaded by growth headlines and more influenced by monthly bills. That is a dangerous gap for any governing party, especially one asking voters to believe that discomfort is prosperity. In this environment, mood matters more than messaging, and the mood is restless.
Very divided right now in almost every way imaginable. But if there's one thing that pretty much everyone can agree on, it's that life has become too expensive. Six-figure earners are being priced out of housing markets across North America. Used cars now cost as much as brand new ones. Grocery prices have increased by 30% in the last 5 years. $5 coffees now cost $8. A crappy fast food meal will set you back $25. And every other product or service on Earth now seems to come with some sort of mandatory paid subscription or service fee or some other bullshit designed to price gouge you at every opportunity.
The 2026 midterms are not shaping up as routine correction. They are shaping up as a referendum on trust, on whether voters believe their leaders understand their reality or are grading an economy no one recognizes. If these trends hold, Republicans won't just lose seats in November 2026, they'll lose power entirely, and the president will enter his final 2 years as a lame duck, his authority constrained and his agenda dead long before the 2028 campaign begins. This is World Tide News. If you value clear, fact-based global analysis, subscribe, like, and share. Thank you for watching.